sharing what's in room, healthy BR, and go get healthy. We are so excited about all we have in store for you. We have the alumni edition today, and we also are going to be talking about nutrition with special guest Dr. Cheryl Atkinson. So, before we get started, we're going to have a workout segment with Coach Jess. So, as Coach Jess is getting ready, we want you guys to get ready to work out right from home, okay? So you can get some space in your living room or whatever room that you may be in, and you'll be able to join in with Coach Jess. Now, if you would like to rewind anything that you see here for Wellness Wednesday, you can be sure to visit our Facebook page, Healthy BR. The video will be streaming there, and you can also replay it later on if you would like to work out with family and friends. So, without further ado, we are going to start with our workout segment with Coach Jess. Coach Jess, are you ready to begin the workout segment?
I am. Sorry, I'm going to try to get my video to pop up. There it is. There it is.
That's okay. We are following your lead.
As long as you guys can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay. It's so hard to hear you, but I can hear you great. So, all right. And so we're just going to jump right into it, right?
That's right. We're ready.
Okay. All right. So we're just going to do about a 3-minute warm up real quick. And then we're going to have 4 pretty basic moves on a timer, 3 total rounds, and then we'll be done. It'll be 15 minutes, hit it and quit it, okay? So,
sounds good.
A little bit. Okay. Just going to start with some arm circles, big arm circles. 10 forward, 10 backwards. Okay. Good. Just loosen up the body. Always got to warm up before that workout, and you always want to do moving dynamic movements. Cross those arms in the front. You never want to stand there and stretch before you work out. You want to do just some movements, moving around. Okay, always stretch after. All right, let's take it feet shoulder width apart. We're just going to do 5 squats here, pushing that butt back just as low as you can go, and then up tall. Let's go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then I'm going to introduce a move that's actually in the workout. We're going to just walk ourselves out onto the floor into a little inchworm. So take your hands and walk yourself out until you're flat into a plank position. We're just going to do 5 and then push back up. Stand. Okay? So walk out flat on your hands. If you need to drop to your knees, you can. Okay? Good, that's 3, just 2 more. Good. All right, 1 more here. Good, all right. That is it for that. Let's do some butt kicks here. Start waking up the body, a little cardio. Let's go 20 total. Good, all right, and then I want you guys to close me out with 10 jumping jacks, right? Go ahead and go. All right, so while you guys are doing those jumping jacks, I'm just going to talk about what we're doing. So go ahead and do your 10, 12 jumping jacks, okay? Our first move on the timer is going to be, we're just going to stand here, feet shoulder width. We're going to squat. We're going to tap in, tap back out, and then do the other side, tapping back out, okay? So that's our first move. I'm going to explain the moves while we're on the breaks. We're going to be 40 seconds working, 20 seconds just resting, okay? So you guys ready to start? All right. All right, so here's that first move. We're going squat, tap, and then squat back. All right, I'm going to start our timer here. 3, 2, 1, and go. So squat, tap in, squat again, tap in with the other foot, and then squat. We're just going there. 40 seconds. Just try to get as many reps as you can get here. Breathe, push your butt back, Make sure your knee's not going over your toe. Just as low as you can squat here. So we got about 15 seconds before we rest. Good, as many squats as you can get here. Good, 3, 2, 1, rest here, okay? So our next move is the one that we did in the warm-up, the little inchworms, okay? If you want to add a push-up at the end, you can. If you don't want that push-up, just give me those inchworms and then walk it back in, walking it back out, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Out flat. If you want the push-up, you can always drop to your knees too. Then walk it back up. Okay, that's what we're doing, as many reps as you can right here in the 40 seconds. Good, if you're doing that push-up, make sure your hands are lined up. Wrists are right over your shoulder. Make sure you're breathing here. Don't hold your breath. It's as many reps as you can do here. Good, 10 seconds. Good, 3, 2, and rest. All right, next one's gonna be an ab move. We're gonna lay on our backs. We're gonna lift our feet about 6 inches, and we're gonna tuck our knees into the chest and back out. I'm gonna show you right here. Lifting those feet, tuck them in, and bring them back out, okay? Here we go, y'all. 3, 2, 1, go. Tuck the knees in, bring them back out. Try to keep your feet off the ground the whole time here. And then as many reps as you can do here. Good, bring them out, tuck them into the chest, and back out. Good, big deep breaths here while you're on your back. Abs are shaking a little, that's okay. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we got one more move here. We're gonna do just a marching pull down with the arms, okay? A little crunch with the belly. All right, we got time to rest here. Breathe, breathe. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Reach up with those arms. Bring that knee in. Alternate here. There you go. Tuck it in. Crunch. March it. Good, good. As many reps as you can get right here. Breathe. Good. If you need a second to rest, you take it, okay? Feel a little crunch in those abs right there. Good. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, so that's our little sequence. We're going to go through it just 2 more times, all right? So we are going to go back to our squat and tap and squat. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Squat, bring it in, tap, other side. Squat, bring it in, tap, other side. Good. As many reps as you can get here. Good, big, deep breaths. Whew. Good, when we take that next 20-second rest, if you can grab a sip of water, make sure you go ahead and do so. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. We got our inchworm walks next. Inchworm walks next. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Walk it out flat. If you want that push-up, drop to your knees if you need to. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Don't hold your breath. Good. As many reps as you can get right here. good. Hold tight, 10 seconds. Three, two, one, rest. All right. We got abs coming up next. We got those knee tucks. So go ahead and lay down on your mat. Good. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Pull those knees into that chest. Bring those legs back out. Try to keep them hovering if you can. Big deep breaths while you're on your back. Good, you got it right here, you got it. Just when you think you can't, you got it. Good. All right, we're bringing it down in 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, rest right here. We got those marching pull downs next, coming up. Got about just under 5 minutes left on my timer. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and then we're marching and pulling down. A little tuck here. Good, nice job. As many reps as you got right here. Good, if you're feeling it, you can pick up that pace a little. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. Make sure you breathe it. Don't hold your breath. Woo. Nice job, y'all, nice job. 10 seconds. Good, you got it right here, dig deep. Good, 3, 2, 1. All right, we just got to do all those moves one more time, and we are done, y'all. Okay? Got about 4 minutes on that timer, 4 minutes. Woo, how's everybody feeling? I'm sweating, I'm dripping. All right, back to that squat. Here we go. Squat. Tap in, back out, squat. Tap in, back out, squat. Good, nice job, nice job. Remember, last time we got to do it right here. Good, good. Breathe. Nice, nice. Good, we're already halfway, we're already halfway. Good, you got it right here. Good, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Good, 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we got those inchworms. We got 3 moves left, y'all, 3 moves. Woo. All right. Remember, if you just want that inchworm, just do that inchworm here. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, remember, last ones of the day right here. Good, stack that wrist right over that shoulder if you're doing that push-up. As many reps as you got right here. Woo, and you know I'm going to say it, breathe, breathe, breathe. Got it right here. Good, 10 seconds, dig deep right here. Woo, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice job, y'all. All we got left is the knee tucks and the marching bridges, all right? We're almost there, almost there. All right, so lay down on your mat here for those knee tucks. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, tuck those knees, back out. Try to keep those feet hovering if you can. If you need a rest, take that rest and then jump back into it. Remember, big deep breaths while you're on your back. right, good. You got it right here at 10 seconds. Good. Couple more right here. 3, 2, 1. And rest. All right, y'all. 20 seconds rest. And we got that last move coming up right here. Woo. All right, home stretch. As many reps as you can get right here. March those legs. Pull those arms down. 3, 2, 1. And go. Here we go, y'all. Last move of the day. Here we go. Good. Whatever you got left in the body, give it to me right here. Breathe, breathe, pull down, crunch that belly. Good, we're so close, y'all. Good, 20 seconds, hold tight. Nice job, y'all, nice job. Whew. 10 seconds. Good, kick it up right here, come on. Good, 3, 2, 1, done. Whew. All right, y'all. How was it? How are we feeling? Hopefully you're sweating a little bit.
We're
All right.
But thank you so much, Coach Jess. We
You're
are
welcome.
Anyone who's working out in the heat of the day should and we celebrate you, Coach Jess. So thank you so much for that workout. Where can folks connect with you in the event they would like to do some other home workouts?
So right now I just have my Instagram page. It's called Jess Do It, just like Nike, but replace it with Jess. And you can find me on Instagram, Jess Do It. I also do some live streams Monday, Wednesday, Fridays that are open to the public. Usually no equipment, just like this. So.
Well, this was invigorating. I'm talking slow because I'm catching my breath. So Jess, thank you so much. We're going to put your contact information in the chat so folks can connect with you outside of Wellness Wednesdays. Thank you so much, Jess.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye. Hello again to everyone. We are so excited to welcome you again to Wellness Wednesdays with Mayor Broom, Healthy VR, and Go Get Healthy. So if you are just joining us, we just finished a workout segment with Coach Jess, and we are having the alumni edition of Wellness Wednesday today, and we're also going to be talking about nutrition with special guest Dr. Cheryl Atkinson. So without further ado, we are in search of our mayor to kick us off. There she is.
I'm here. Well, hello there. Now, I love Wellness Wednesday, and I'm so glad to have everybody on this program tonight. But Ellen, I'm going to give you a hard time. Now, I'm going to confess I was not doing the exercise. I got here right. Unfortunately, I was at the office working hard for the city, and I could only get here right at 6 o'clock. But Ellen, I did see you pretending to be sweating and exercise.
Mayor Broom,
you are so good at that.
I am dripping in sweat as we speak, trying to catch my breath so I can see what the good folks from the Alumni Association and Dr. Atkinson have to share with us, Mayor.
Okay, Ellen, whatever you say.
All right.
Well, I want to thank Jess for that workout session that she gave for everyone. And of course, not only does it help improve our overall health, but it is also good to relieve stress. I really should have been in that session. And I'm sure many of us certainly benefit from that aspect, especially with the season that we're in. So if you missed out working with Jess or working out with her, don't worry. You can always access our footage on brla.gov Wellness Wednesday. And so last week we focused on maternal health, or during our last session. I was not able to be on that session. And this week, we are talking about bridging the grocery gap in food deserts in our community and opportunities to learn about growing and cooking healthy food. Ellen, I'm going to ask you to start our discussion tonight with some special guests that we have.
Absolutely, Mayor Broom. We do have some special guests tonight in our show and tell segment. We are graced to have the presidents of 4 local high school associations, alumni associations. So tonight we're going to be hearing from the Alumni Association presidents from Scotlandville High School, Capitol High School, Glen Oaks High School, and McKinley High School. Our presidents on the line, if we could get their cameras turned on. We are so excited to have them to share with us this evening. These high schools are a part of our Healthy BR Go Get Healthy initiatives. There is an initiative that is taking place on the campus of these high schools with their faculty, students, and staff that's been ongoing, but we wanted to highlight it tonight. And it's called Hustle and Grow. So, Mayor Broom, you see them on the screen? Do you see them, Mayor Broom? Are they here?
We are here.
Loud and proud.
I see
Ellen,
everyone.
loud and proud.
I see everyone. So good to see you all. And I know who started this competitive stuff. His name is Cleve Dunn. That is one of his signature moves. That's one of his signature moves, competing with the other schools, because he always thinks he's going to win.
That's right.
I do see our schools represented: Capitol, Glen Oaks, McKinley, and who am I missing? Who's
Scotlandville.
No one. You're not missing anyone.
Excuse me, Miss Mayor, if you don't mind, I guess for the sake of competition, I just want to put something out there. There's only one real mascot in this entire competition. That's the Black Panthers. First and foremost, there's no such thing as a Blue Panther. So exclude McKinley. A Hornet, we're not worried about insects. We're going to throw them away too. And Lions, listen, Lions don't live in the jungle. So only the Panthers, the Black Panthers, are the real kings. Just want y'all to know that.
You make a very interesting point.
Thank you.
There.
You're interesting. You're right. You're absolutely right, Madam Mayor. Interesting. Not factual, but interesting. You're right. I'll go with that.
He knows the line is to keep it up together, Mayor.
I hear you. So what do you have, Ellen?
So we want to talk to our presidents about the Hustle program. So our first question is for our Scotlandville president. Is he here?
He's on.
Mr. Davis?
Yes, he's on.
Mr. Davis, so what are you most excited about as it relates to the Hustle and Grow program and having that gardening aspect on the campus of Scotlandville High School?
Well, I think the thing that I'm most excited about is the kind of works and the effort you all are putting into with the food deserts. I think it's something that's very much needed. I know that it's something very much needed in North Baton Rouge, and for the effort that's being put forth to be able to make those things that we consider healthy foods available a little bit more to the people of North Baton Rouge, I think it's a great thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Davis. The next question is for Mr. Lannis. So,
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us, how do you plan to get the alumni, or what are the plans for alumni involvement with the Hustle and Grow program at Glen Oaks High School?
I'm sorry, can you ask that question one more time? I heard a little feedback.
Oh, I'm sorry. So what are the plans for involvement or participation with the community around Hustle and Grow with the alumni? Are there plans to integrate the Glen Oaks alumni with the Hustle and Grow program?
Absolutely. And the plan is to not only infuse the alumni, but to also get them to incorporate and include our students inside of the process. As of right now, we're working to create 2 community gardens on the campus. One will be in the front of the campus, the other will be in the back. And it's going to show us, one, not only how to grow fresh produce, I'm sorry, my camera went out. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I think it's
We
on
can,
audio mode, on audio only mode for some reason, so it's keep going in and out. But as I was saying, the idea is to not only show them how to grow fresh produce and give it back to the community, but also show them how to be more entrepreneur minded when they're selling this produce to the community as a whole.
that's awesome. So the entrepreneurial spirit is extremely important. And so we just want to give our viewers some reference. The Hustle and Grow program is a program put in place by Go Get Healthy, Baton Roots, and it's out of Mayor Sharon Weston Broom's Healthy VR initiative. And uh, what Hustle and Grow is trying to do is teach children about where their food comes from, what real food is. It's reinforcing nutrition, and then also it's closing the grocery gap. So it's multifaceted, but that's just some background information on Hustle and Grow. Thank you, Mr. Landis. We appreciate
Thank
that
you.
insight as it relates to alumni participation with Glen Oaks High School.
Thank you.
Mr. Dunn, you are representing what school?
The Capital High School, the one and only.
Yes, Capitol High School. So could you share with us what does the Hustle and Grow program look like as it relates to impact in the Capitol High School community and among the alumni?
Yes, the Hustle and Grow specifically has made a huge impact on Capital High School. We had a greenhouse at Capital High School and a gardening FFA program, Future Farmers of America program when I was there in the 90s. That greenhouse has been dormant for quite some time. And due to the partnership with the mayor, the Go Get Healthy program, and our administrator, Justin Blanchard and Courtney Bell, our principal, they did a good job working together to putting that back into operation and giving the students an opportunity to be exposed to this industry of produce and vegetables. So that's been a great impact, but also the broader community around Capitol, Eden Park, the Easytown area, the Fairfield area, the work that Grow Baton Rouge and the CEO, Mind Jasiri, and those folks are doing with delivering fresh fruit and produce to senior centers and community centers throughout the area has made a huge impact in addressing the gaps that exist as it relates to access to fruits and vegetables in those areas.
That's really, really awesome. So I have been made aware through Go Get Healthy that Capitol High School had huge greenhouses in the back, state-of-the-art greenhouses on campus. And so I'm so excited to see that they have been revitalized by the students there at Capitol High School. I'm excited to see how the alumni will be a part of that work and the impacts that it will continue to make. Thank you so much, Mr. Dunn. And then lastly, we have Mr. Dale Flowers representing McKinley High School. And so, Mr. Flowers, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can. So, Mr. Flowers, prior to Go Get Healthy reaching out to the McKinley Alumni Association, have you heard about any of the programming that Medroom or Go Get Healthy was doing as it relates to food access, gardening, closing the grocery gap?
Yes, and we truly appreciate all the mayors doing in South Baton Rouge. Allow me to say real quick,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I was the only president that did the workout, so it's already over. I was the only one that worked out, so it's over. Second, Mr. Landis, it's understandable that your camera's going in and out because when a lowercase panther shares the stage with an uppercase panther, you guys have to bow down. So that's where we are. Now, when it comes to being healthy, we really appreciate all that the mayor has done in our community when it comes to ensuring that hopefully eventually sometime soon we're going to have a garden. I think Tyrus Thomas and Maya Richardson are working right now on a garden and our alumni is involved in that. Our students a couple of years ago, it is through the humanities program, humanities amp. These young people came together and came up with a plan for a grocery store in our community. And they presented it, the program at LSU, just I think a couple of semesters ago. And I think it's something that our kids were really excited about just to be a part of that. And they see the need for it. And they want to be the movers and the shakers to make sure that this takes place. So we're very, very excited about
Thank you so much, Mr. Flowers, for sharing and then engaging in that. Thank you for that observation regarding the
Yes.
Panthers. We appreciate it, and we appreciate all the McKinley High Panthers and the Glen Oaks Panthers
Yes.
today. So, Mayor Broom, are you still with us? I know you are. And so,
I'm here. I've enjoyed that competition.
I have,
Reverend Flowers, you took a deep dive there with them.
I had to. He just jumped on and he just started swimming. So I had to pull him back in. That's all.
Understood.
absolutely. So we are going to ask all at this time, if you have not done so already, if you have not done so, would you please in the chat just share what high school that you graduated from, and then and just put that, go ahead and put that in the chat. And then also we are going to have an evaluation in the chat as well. We would encourage all of the members from the high school association, alumni associations, to complete that evaluation. So all of the presidents are going to receive a top box. And so the Top Box is another initiative from the Go Get Healthy program that helps to close the grocery gap. And so essentially, we are not moving around as much as we were, and we were trying to stay safe and limit our goings and comings. And for one of those reasons is because of COVID-19. But then also, we want to alert you guys to Top Box. So Top Box provides fresh produce right to your front door. So all of our alumni presidents are going to receive a Top Box. In addition to that, the alumni who the alumni who have the most amount of alumni here and who complete the evaluation will receive a donation to the Alumni Association. So thank you, Mayor Room, and thank you, Healthy VR, and thank you, Go Get Healthy. But we want to make certain that we want to make certain that the evaluation is completed. That link will be in the chat. And then we also want to make sure that you put your school in the chat so we can tally that up later on. But we have Anna from Top Box. She's going to tell us about Top Box quickly, and then we're going to move over to our special guest, Dr. Atkinson. Mayor, do you have anything before we go on?
I do, Ellen. You mentioned that the every alumni president is going to get a Top Box, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what else is part of the competition?
So every alumni president is going to receive a Top Box. The alumni can give the Top Box to any of them, to the members, or donate the Top Box to their members. But then also, they're also going to receive a Go Get Healthy BR goodie bag that has T-shirts and trinkets and I believe aprons that they have. And then in addition to that, the high school that has the most representation on Wellness Wednesday will receive a donation to their alumni association.
That's good.
Yes.
And let me we might add something to the pot. We might add a little something to the pot with that donation. We might add some Keep Baton Rouge serving gift cards to the pot. How about that?
Oh yeah.
I'll hear that.
Maybe, Ellen, I want you to know I see a bunch of McKinley Panthers in this chat. I just want you to know I see a bunch of Panthers in this chat and on Facebook. The Panthers look like they are in the house. Definitely blue ones, not those black ones.
Lauren,
I think they pressed the wrong thing.
I
think they meant to put Glen Oaks in, but they meant to put in McKinley. So hey, all McKinley, if you're putting in McKinley, make sure you put Glen Oaks.
We need an independent monitor because Lauren is a McKinley Panther.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, so albeit I am a neutral party, for that reason, we will make certain that we tally fairly the responses in the chat and on Facebook, because I'm hearing that the folks down to Facebook are going ham in the chat. So Mayor Broom has sweetened the pot with some Let's Keep Serving gift cards. Perhaps I heard on this, so we want to make certain that you guys complete that evaluation. It's going in the chat box right now. Anna, are you there to tell us a little bit about Top Box briefly before we go to Dr. Atkinson?
Yes, can y'all hear and see me? Ooh,
yes.
Maybe not.
Yes, go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. So, yeah, sorry if my video cuts in and out a little bit, but I'm with an organization called Top Box Foods. We're part of the Go Get Healthy initiative, and I know that Ellen's going to tell y'all about how to healthy grocery shop, but the easy way to do that is to go to topboxfoods.com and order a fresh box from us right to your home. We're a nonprofit, so you know who you supporting with your money. It's us, and we're gonna help the community with the money that we get from your grocery orders. We take EBT, food stamps. We take credit and debit, and you can order things like a big fruit box to come directly to your home, a big vegetable box, and frozen meats and seafoods. So it's a way to grocery or you don't even leave your house. We'll just every Friday bring you your fresh fruits and vegetables and your frozen meats and seafoods. So we will definitely post the link in the chat for you to check out our menu and order a box for yourself if you want. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you so much, Anna. The link to Top Box Foods is going in the chat. Again, all the presidents are going to receive a fruit and vegetable box from Top Box Foods. We are asking those presidents, whenever you get those boxes, please take a picture and tag Healthy VR and the mayor so everyone in the association can see how fresh and how great the produce looks. I mean, it really looks great. I know a lot of us are really picky about our produce, but this stuff looks great. So I want you guys to make certain that you visit Top Box Foods, and those presidents, when you get your box, let us know how good it looks, okay? So we're moving on to our special guest, and that is Dr. Cheryl Atkinson. Dr. Atkinson, are you with us? I can see you smiling, but we can't hear you talking yet.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Ellen. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dr. Atkinson. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Wellness Wednesday. We're so excited to talk to you about healthy grocery shopping, improving our nutritional intake, and all of the like. So would you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, your work, and how it's evolved in this COVID culture?
Thank you very much, Ellen. And good evening, Mayor Bloom and Miss McKnight. I'm so accustomed to calling you Miss McKnight and not Ellen. And thanks for the opportunity for participating in this important forum. As you heard, I am Cheryl Atkinson, and I'm currently the chair of the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences, Southern University, Baton Rouge. This particular department has 3 programs under its umbrella. The programs are AMTX, the apparel, merchandise, and textiles. It used to be called fashion design many, many years ago. Child development and family life, and human nutrition and food. Now, my specialty truly is under human nutrition and food because I'm a nationally registered dietitian and a licensed nutritionist in the state of Louisiana. With that said, I must also say that I happen quite proudly to be the director of the dietetic internship at Southern. For those of you who may not know what a dietetic internship is, it's a post-baccalaureate program that prepares students to take the national registration examination. Our particular program at Southern focuses on community nutrition, and I do have quite a bit of my interns working in the community, either with community, nonprofit community agencies, or working projects that we would share with nonprofit agencies. We also prepare our interns, of course, for clinical nutrition, because that is the thrust of the examination. But we have been doing this service for the last 26 years through Southern, and we're very proud of our efforts there. And I've been director of that program for the last 10 years. Well, Ellen, you did ask me about the COVID situation. So let me sort of talk about that as it impacts what I do. The Southern University system takes the welfare of the student, the staff, and the faculty very seriously. So what happened was that our President Belton, our Vice Chancellor Sahu, and Vice Chancellor Dean McMeans, and a few other of the administrative bodies spearheaded the effort for us to transition from face-to-face teaching to online course delivery. This happened in March once the COVID-19 became got to pandemic proportions. And so from that time on, students have been off campus and we have been working, telecommuting actually, that's the term we use, from home for students. The university provided a host of training for faculty who were not really up to speed as proficient as other faculty were with online delivery. Not everybody was working online. And so with all the training that we received from the university, I would say that most of us are now caught up. We have adapted well. All our courses at this point in time are online. Our summer session was online. And so we are now working in this new evolving environment. And this is a look of my new normal. Working from home has had its challenges, but I must say that it has worked out really well. So the COVID culture is one of online delivery, Zooming, teaming, but we are still providing for our students excellent education.
Thank you so much, Dr. Atkinson. I'm so glad to hear that the university made certain that the students, faculty, and staff remain safe and socially distanced while delivering a quality education and upholding the integrity of the program. And so, Mayor Broom, I wanted to pivot to you. I know that nutrition is near and dear to your heart. I know you're a pescatarian. And so, she is. But Mayor Broom, could you share with us what your office's approach has been to nutrition education and food access? You're on mute, Mayor Broom.
Sorry.
That's
you know, Ellen, what we are committed to and continuously working on is closing the grocery gap in our communities, especially those of disinvestment. And while we work on that and we are getting closer and closer to standing up a grocery store in a community of disinvestment, we felt like we couldn't wait for that to take place. So after we did our community health needs assessment, we looked at the data, then we started targeting those areas that showed that they definitely would benefit from some special programs to increase access to nutritious foods in Baton Rouge. So you already, you've already heard about Top Box, which I have seen personally. The fresh foods that they have in there are certainly a great selection, and we have a lot of partners in our community and places, rather I should say, where they can be picked up. Our Baton Roots, which is the garden, and I've heard people talk about their personal gardens tonight. In fact, somebody sent me a picture of their garden. And so in addition, what we're doing, food retailers, through our Baton Roots program, we have been also doing gardens, but in addition to that, we have reached out to existing stores within our community and encouraged them to partner with our vision of access to healthy, fresh foods. And so if you've gone in some of the Dollar General stores in the North Baton Rouge area, you will now notice that they are having fresh fruits and vegetables in their locations. Now, I want to make something perfectly clear. That is not a substitute for a full-fledged grocery store. But in the meantime, I think it's a wonderful way, one of the many ways that we can close the grocery gap and have access to fresh foods delivered to our community.
Thank you, Ms. Broom. And of course, it's not the only way, but I think it takes so many different strategies to address the grocery gap issue. What do you think, Dr. Atkinson?
I'm sorry, dear. I actually missed what you said.
We were talking about closing the grocery gap and some of the strategies that the mayor's office has taken to increase food access. So now in North Baton Rouge, there are Dollar Generals that have fresh produce in their stores. There's also gardens popping up in North Baton Rouge, community gardens. So we are just excited. So we were saying that it's not one solution that fixes the grocery gap. It is a myriad of solutions.
And it was just wonderful to hear, because I was not aware of all the activity that's been happening in North Baton Rouge. And it's just wonderful to know that between the home gardens and the community gardens, we are supplementing their diets with fresh fruits and vegetables. And Mayor Broom is quite right. It's not that we are doing a grocery store, but fresh fruits and vegetables are difficult produce for our population to put their hands on. And it's good to know that it's right in their community. They can access that with great ease. It's good to hear. I was very pleased to hear it.
Yes, ma'am. And so when you were talking about supplementing fruits and vegetables, I think that gives us a great opportunity to segue into some strategies for healthier eating in this COVID space. We're going to grocery stores, and, there are some things that we have to be we have to think differently as it relates to nutrition intake and how we make these grocery store visits count. So
work for us? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'll see what I can do. The first thing that we must realize is that proper nutrition and hydration is still vital. And I say hydration because with the COVID, we must understand that we've got to hydrate. We get dehydrated. It's a viral infection. So we've got to hydrate, especially through this COVID pandemic. So we still want folks to eat a well-balanced diet. We still want, because we know that if you're healthy, the healthier you are, the stronger your immune system is, and the lower your risk for chronic diseases. COVID tells us that chronic diseases, especially the nutritionally related ones, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, are some of the risk factors for our vulnerable population. So we have to make sure that their health and how they eat and what they eat and the choices they make are such that we can boost the immune system. And I think we should touch on the fact that with fresh fruits and vegetables and lean meats, let's start there. We can get a certain amount of vitamins and minerals from these fresh fruits and vegetables. And once again, I'm really glad to hear that they're in our community. So it's very tangible. We can touch these things. Let's think of vitamin C and vitamin D and zinc. These three nutrients, these vitamins and these minerals, are known to have positive effects on the immune system. So when we are shopping, when we do our grocery shopping, we must make sure that the fresh fruits and vegetables that we select are those that are high in vitamin C. And you and I know that we're looking at our citrus fruits here. Even potatoes are high in vitamin C. Okay. When we think of when we think about vegetables, we're looking at our dark green leafy vegetables for a vitamin C. So we come from a population of people who like mustards and turnips and spinach, and these are excellent foods to promote that vitamin C that we're looking for. Vitamin D, milk products, and also all the alternatives. So whether we're drinking real milk, or we're drinking soy, or we're drinking peanut milk, or whatever, they're all fortified with vitamin D. And this too is one of those immune boosters, right? Zinc. People don't really remember zinc as much. Zinc comes to us from our and so pescatarian as a mayor is that she's getting her zinc in. So all our our seafood products give us our zinc. Zinc boosts the immune system. The last thing I want to mention before we actually talk about in this grocery store is something called phytochemicals. Now, phytochemicals are chemical substances that are found in plants, and they're not all vitamins, they're not all minerals, but their sole purpose is to prevent diseases. They are a boost to the immune system. So if we're consuming fresh fruits and vegetables that have in those vitamins and minerals we talked about, plus those phytochemicals, we really are putting ourselves in a really good place to fight this COVID-19. Okay? But we are also told that COVID is a respiratory thing. We can breathe it out. It can be on the surfaces of what we touch. So in that vein, we need to practice sanitary and safety measures. We tend to, are you okay, Ellen? We tend to get a lot of food through this COVID environment, since we have a lot of food insecurity. Community boxes. Churches are now involved in giving us community boxes. Restaurants are now involved in providing us with community boxes. One of the things I usually tell families, I was going to say my patients, but families, is that you need to make sure that you wash those cans. When you take them out of the boxes, they need to go into a water bath, so that, because you don't know if the virus is on the surface of these cans. The same thing with anything that's plastic, in plastic containers. We tend to, we may get in those boxes macaroni or spaghetti. We might get a jar of peanut butter. Before we put those in our pantries, we need to make sure that we have either wiped them down with sanitizing, or we have put them in a water bath to get all that stuff. You never know, and we need to err on the side of safety more than anything else. So if we haven't been doing that practice, we need to incorporate that in just the regular food boxes that we get, and when we go to the supermarket. Okay. The next thing is that your top box person said something that was very interesting. You do not have to go to the supermarket to shop. You can actually get your groceries use a delivery service, but not everybody can. And so for those of us who go to the grocery store, these are some of the things I'd like you to think about or to practice when you go. Be vigilant in the grocery store. What do I mean by that? We're to wear our masks, yes. And some of us have to wear our gloves, yes. But more than that, keep your eyes peeled on what's going on. There are folks who don't wear masks, don't wear gloves. And you go to the fresh fruit. Now we're saying eat fresh fruits and vegetables. You go to that area and people are touching. They're touching their hair, they're touching their face, and then they're touching those items. They're coughing over those items. They're talking over those items. They're sneezing over those items. Okay, you must be vigilant. And if you see this, happening, you need to just maybe rethink purchasing those fruits and vegetables for the moment. All right. So just be vigilant in that way. Practice the physical distancing. Try to make sure that there is sufficient space between you and the next person. I like to tell clients to shop efficiently. There was a time going to the grocery store was a social situation. You took the whole family, everybody went, and you met auntie and cousin and everybody in the grocery store. Those days are gone. You need to be efficient, have a list. Go in, get what you want, and come right out. Okay. No socializing, and you do not have to carry all your family members with you to the supermarket. The more members you carry, the greater the ability for us to spread, this virus. So, if at all possible, limit who goes to the supermarket with you. Okay? Next thing that we hardly ever think about is bring your own bag. It's eco-friendly. Yes, this is true, but it also has that sanitizing component where you would clean your own bag, you take it to the supermarket, you pack your own groceries, and you take that home with you. Remember to purchase by the sell-by date. That's important, especially in this environment. And also avoid dented cans. Make sure that when you pick up a can, it's not dented because of bacterial growth. And there's no rust around the cans. Those things are very, very important. Right? I always like to move from the grocery store to the home at this point, because when we take things home, as I said, don't forget that water bath that must take place, even with our fresh fruits and vegetables. I talked about cans, I talked about packaging, but nothing you buy at the supermarket should go directly into your pantry or into your refrigerator without being sanitized in some sort of way. And usually for fruits and vegetables, it's a water bath. You put it, you make sure that it's nice and clean before, and you make sure that you've dried it off before you store it. Once again, better safe than sorry. We're trying to minimize as much of that, the ability for us to be infected by this virus as possible. Yes, Ellen, you seem to have a question. Okay. Pretty much that is it for the supermarket. I do believe that we should probably try to utilize the services, the grocery store services. And as I said, Top Box just told us about theirs, but almost all grocery stores are doing that. Even our big box stores are doing that. And that prevents you from having to go into the store. And that is one way of also minimizing the contact that one may have when it comes to infection. Does that help?
Yes, Dr. Atkinson, that was a wealth of information. And so I hear you saying that we need to make certain that we incorporate balanced nutrition, incorporating our fruits and vegetables. We need the nutrients, so making certain that we get those phytochemicals, because phytochemicals help combat disease, making sure that we consume fruit because free radicals are, about our body. They contain antioxidants. When we're in the grocery store, be mindful, keep a healthy distance, wear your mask, and be mindful of the produce and who's around the produce. And then also, if there is a delivery service that the store provides, utilize delivery service. And then also, if you are here in Baton Rouge, Top Box is an excellent service. Not only is the food grown locally, it is provided at a lower rate, and you can get it right to your door. EBT and food stamps are taken. So these are all really, really good and thorough points. Dr. Atkinson, you have quite a few questions from
do I? Okay.
So we're going to have to go to these questions and let you answer.
I'll certainly give it a try.
Yes, ma'am. Are multivitamins a good supplement for fruit and vegetables? And that's from Mr. Darius Landis.
Okay. Darius, good afternoon. Multivitamins are never a substitute for fruits and vegetables. What multivitamins actually do is that they may complement your fruits and vegetables, but you cannot substitute them. There is nothing wrong with taking a good one a day, but you must take in fruits and vegetables as well. It's not a and or. It's not an or, it's an and.
And I want to correct, I said the wrong thing, but you answered the question.
Oh.
He asked, are they a good supplement? And you said, yes, they are, but they are not a good substitution. So vitamin supplements do not substitute fruits and vegetables, but they are a good supplement. Right, Dr. Atkinson?
For multivitamins, right? Now, when we're talking about general supplementation, like a single nutrient using CoQ10 or just B vitamins or something like that, you have to be very cautious about that, because you can have what we call drug interactions that can take place. So if you're going to single out a nutrient and supplement with only that nutrient, please make sure that it's permissible by your physician and or your registered dietitian or somebody who knows your health history and can give a nod to that. A multivitamin is a reasonably good supplement. One a day vitamin is a reasonably good supplement, but it is it's in conjunction with, it works in tandem. There you go.
That's right. We're going to read one of the comments from Facebook. Oh Lord, Dr. Atkinson is about to make me stop going to the grocery store.
No,
you can order Top Box. All right, moving on. Is there a difference in what men should eat versus what women should eat?
Generally, no. I mean, I am thinking that we're looking at two genders that are fairly healthy. I mean, if somebody has diabetes and somebody has hypertension, well, yes. But if they're both equal, in health status, no. Fellas sometimes eat a bit more because of their body mass, but the quality and the type of foods that we eat, really, there is no difference.
Okay. The next question, how does food help stress?
Oh, phytochemicals are where we go for stress. Foods help stress because there are phytochemicals in your food that have the ability to de-stress. And as I did not do it, but I'll do it now. As we were talking about phytochemicals, I can give you a quick idea of the foods that have in phytochemicals and constantly will afford you stress relief. So kale, carrots, broccoli, your citrus fruits. And when we say citrus fruits, guys, we mean fruits. I mean, we mean oranges, tangerines, kumquats, grapefruits, that sort of thing. Flaxseed, tomato. We even have, for our chocolate lovers, that dark chocolate contains phytochemicals. So I'm not saying to you, run out there and buy a bar of Cadbury's and down that, but do know that the phytochemicals that I'm talking about are also found in dark chocolates. Okay. And there are many more. So if you are really interested in stuff like that, I would suggest that you go online. I do know that the Southern University Ag Center, their extension services, they have a wealth of tip sheets, what I call tip sheets, but fact sheets that cover the gamut of how to eat well, how to eat properly, how to snack well. So those things are there for you to get for free if you're interested in that sort of information.
Thank you, Dr. Atkinson. And we have one final question and a final comment. Dr. Atkinson is giving us things to think about. Some of us may be doing some things wrong and we have work to do. Okay.
Okay.
The last question is, what are some foods that we can consume to increase our immune system? Now, you touched on these earlier.
I just did, yes.
But we can list them. Do you mind listing a couple of them before we close?
Oh, of course. I can list them all again. Okay. I would suggest your dark green leafy vegetables because we tend to like that. Culturally, we tend to like mustard greens and turnip greens. We tend to like spinach. So those are things that we tend to like. And those boost our immune system. They're full of phytochemicals. Kale is one. Carrots, broccoli, dark green leafies like the outer leaves of the cabbage, not the inner parts, please. The inner parts tend to be white. And the whiter the cabbage, the less phytochemicals, the less nutrient content is there. So the darker outer leaves of the cabbage. And so when you talk about that, you also think of Brussels sprouts, nice green, you pop that right in your mouth, one gulp, and it's great, okay? Tomatoes, celery, strawberries, all the berries, strawberries, berries, raspberries, all those are foods that are full of phytochemicals, and it goes on and on and on and on. But as I said, you can get a really nice list from the Ag Center if you care to do that. I do hope that was enough to whet your appetite.
Woo! So much. It was great. Like, it definitely, you thoroughly answered all of the questions and the comments. Dr. Atkinson, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us. We had so many questions this evening, but I'm glad that we had a chance to stop and get those answered. We truly appreciate your time and expertise and sharing with us on this Wellness Wednesday.
Thank you so much, Ellen, and thank you so much, Mayor Bloom, for having me. I really appreciated being a part of this very cheerful group. It was good. Thank you all so very much, and all the best.
Thank you, Dr. Atkinson. And so finally, we are going to hear from Mitchell with our gardening gems, and then Chef Traci in this last 5 minutes. We're going to get an abbreviated version so we can get that gardening tip and we can get that cooking tip. And then we are going to bid you adieu. We want to thank again our partners, Top American Heart Association, Grow Baton Rouge and Baton Roots, and of course, Our Lady of the Lake. We want to make certain that you complete the survey that's coming to your email, and for the grand prize, make sure that the alumni complete the survey. Mitchell, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Hey, Mitchell, how are you?
Good, Ellen, how are you?
I'm doing well. Mitchell, grant us a gardening gem today so we can be complete and whole.
Yeah, so I was thinking of a good one for and appropriate for our time. It is so hot outside. So when we're working outside, we need to drink lots of water, and so do our plants. So people are noticing that they need to water a lot more, and people have lots of questions about watering. And it totally depends on your soil type. So you need to understand the soil, and if you have potted plants, you're gonna have to water more often. But one little quick tip that I'm gonna give you real quick is, I'm gonna put you on the spot, Ellen. Where do plants take up water?
In their roots.
Okay. So is there a reason to water the leaves?
Yes.
Okay, so they take up from the roots. So when you're watering your plant, just make sure to put the water directly at the base where the soil is and where the roots are, because that's where they're going to take up the water. If you put water on the leaves and you let it sit overnight, it can spread diseases, especially with the heat and humidity. So just make sure that you're watering at the roots and check your soil often. The best way to do is just stick your finger, touch the soil at about an inch deep, and if it's wet, you're probably good to go. If it feels dry, give it another drink.
So it's hot outside. Dr. Atkinson says we need to hydrate, so the plants need to hydrate too. Water at the root, not at the leaf, because we don't want to spread disease. Thank you so much, Mitchell, for that gardening gem.
Of course.
Be certain to connect with Baton Roots for more garden videos and garden tips. And so we finally have Chef Traci. Chef Traci, can you give us a quick cooking tip from the American Heart Association?
Okay, so welcome to my kitchen. I am your mobile kitchen chef with American Heart Association, Chef Traci. I'm making tailgate chili. This is on our website, recipes.heart. That link in our chat window today. So I have it going already, but I want to show you ingredients. So 1 pound of ground turkey, 90% lean, so you'll have about 10% of fat. Low sodium canned diced tomatoes. You can always add fresh is best, but in terms of access, if what you can get is canned. Just make sure that you select the low sodium. We do have black beans here. There are beans in tons of varieties, pinto beans, great northerns. If you like white beans, you can use red kidney beans. You can use leftover dried beans. You can cook these without seasoning and just have them in the freezer on standby for when you want to use those if you just want to avoid canned. So with that, we're also adding 1 onion. We're adding 4 cloves of garlic. We're also adding green bell pepper. We're adding dark chili powder, coriander, which is actually the seed that cilantro comes from. That is ground up coriander. And then cumin. Cumin and dark chili powder are essential to making sure that you have that delicious kind of Tex-Mex smoky flavor. So to my ground turkey, I'm just going to add some onion, garlic, 1 jalapeno, 1 fresh jalapeno. If you like heat, you can leave the seeds and the ribbing of that jalapeno in your chili. I'm going to get it all smashed together. I have a potato smasher that I got at the grocery store. It's a very effective tool when you have this type of dish. I'm just kind of smashing it all through over medium heat. I love chili. It's my favorite because it's easy. It's a 1-pot meal, so you don't have much dishes, and it's nutrient packed. You have the ground turkey and the beans. Our recipe with American Heart Association does state you can use ground beef, but again, you want to do always lean beef. Dr. Atkinson was mentioning that lean beef is an option, so you definitely want to stick with that. Even chicken breast or ground chicken is an option. And so if you don't have a potato mash, you can just smash your turkey apart with a dinner fork into your pot. We have that going, and then we would of course add in our dry seasonings. We stir that all together. We have a finished product here. This is our ground turkey and black bean chili. Again, with those same ingredients that we went over at the beginning. And I'm going to just go ahead and ladle this into my bowl. And just keep in mind, as the consumer, as you go in the store, to definitely wear a face covering and go for those exterior sections of the grocery store. That is where all the ingredients that you need will be, like produce, the produce walls, with also the lean meat choices. That will be there as well, so that you can make good choices for yourself. Heating all the information Dr. Atkinson mentioned with the phytochemicals. I'm actually going to go ahead and just plate my dinner now. I have an avocado, which I cannot live without. And watching your portion sizes is very important. For going forward, if you are purchasing lean meat, make sure that your meat is like the size of 3 ounces, the palm of your hand, or another good reference is a deck of cards. That's about 3 ounces. Also, if you're going to use any kind of butters or oils in your foods, you want to use just the tip of your thumb there, the joints. If you're going to use anything fattening in your foods, like walnuts or almonds, you use about the size of your thumb. If you're going to use any greens, you want to use a fistful. And then also for carb-heavy items, you definitely just want to kind of scale back those, and men can do double portions that women do according to the American Heart Association. You can always look for the red check on certain grocery products for American Heart Association. And with that said, go ahead, Ellen.
Thank you so much, Chef Traci. We really appreciate the tips. We will make certain to consume lean proteins, shop the perimeter, and choose our heart-healthy beans because they are good for our heart. Thank you so much to Chef Traci, Mitchell, Coach Jess, Dr. Atkinson, and then, of course, the Alumni Association presidents for tuning in for this week's Wellness Wednesday. We want to invite you guys back to join us. And then, of course, Top Box. Be certain to complete the evaluation that's coming to your email. Mayor Broom, would you like to say good evening? Yes, Mayor Broom says good evening, and thank you guys for all joining. We will see you for our next Wellness Wednesday. You guys take care, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you for all the Capital Alliance for coming in on the call.
Hail.
Thank you all.
Capital.